What's up? What's up?
What's up, Fran? How you doing?
Yo.
I am a walking zombie. Can you tell?
I can dig it.
We noticed.
Yeah, I'm done. It's okay. I'm okay with it though. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good, hanging in there. We've got 3 out of the 4 of us. We don't know where our guitar player's at,
Dead.
but he may be dead. That's
Again.
usually how it goes. We just hope he magically appears on the bus every time we go on tour. So.
Ask Mario. He'll wake up alive tonight.
All right. Well, for everyone who is here, we've got the Crown from Texas with Savage Ladies today. Their ass is toasting in my hot seat. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves individually and then call out your missing link?
Sure. My name is Austin James, and I play bass guitar.
My name is Mark Coronado. I'm the drummer and the lead singer.
Anthony Carrillo, guitarist, attempted vocals.
And behind us is not Mario on guitar.
Wow. All right. Well, thanks to have most of you here. And dude, you guys cracked me up already. So you guys, all right, you don't hear too often when the drummer's the singer. And I actually had a band last night. My opening band because like I told you guys, I'm a booking agent too. I had a show last night. My opening band, it's a 3-piece band, and the drummer is also a singer, and everyone's blown by this. I'm like, it's rare, and I don't know how the fuck you guys pull that shit off. I'm just going straight to that. How do you pull that off without screwing up? I mean, like, dude, I could barely talk without running out of breath, and you're just pumping and singing away. How do you handle that?
How do we pull it off? It's really simple. We don't.
It's an illusion.
It's a magical illusion. It's all this, the lights, the sound, all that stage.
Not even drumming.
There's no drumming at all. There's no vocals at all. I'm just like that Tupac.
It's that optical illusion shit, huh?
It's a hologram.
Yeah.
That's not even Mark sitting right here because he's a hologram.
I'm a hologram too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I can't touch you.
No, for real. I've been drumming so long that it just feels like the motions are effortless. The only thing I really focus on stage is just the vocal work, breathing, remembering lyrics, not passing out, screaming, singing, and that's all I'm really focused on. The drumming is just something that's going on subconsciously. So I don't know how other drummers, singers do it, but that's how I do it. I'm not focused on the drums at all. I'm just focused on the vocals.
It's muscle memory.
It's just muscle memory, yeah. And I've just done it for so long, the drumming just comes natural. So
Right. Well, you were also a drummer. I mean, obviously you've been drumming forever, and you guys were looking for like a singer, and it wasn't working out, and you just finally just grabbed that mic and went to town.
Well, actually, I used to be in another band from 2006 to 2012.
Mm-hmm.
We could never get anything going. We were pretty much just a garage band because we never had a vocalist. So after like 6 years wasted, I was just tired of it. And I said, all right, I will be the vocal person and be the vocalist so we can actually do something with all this music that we've written and never performed it to.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let's try to find a drummer because we've never searched for a drummer. We've only searched for vocalists, and finding a drummer, a good one, is just as hard as finding a vocalist. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do both. And then it came to be.
And it just stuck.
Yeah, we tried to get away from it because this asshole over here can't stand the drums being center stage. He wants to be able to move around.
I don't give a shit.
And
I was talking about that last night. It never occurred to me. So, the drums are.
You know what though? I get that because some stages are real small. I mean, you know, when you're at an actual venue, you got some room, you got some size. You know, and everyone in the band can get around. But some stages, even in a good sized venue, are small as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, and if you got a fucking kit that's taking up 3/4 of that damn stage, you know, and then the rest of the band can't move around, you know, they're just gonna be all up on top of your shit.
Exactly. And I've got a pretty small kit anyway, and like I angle it sideways so that when I sing, when I sing, I'm directed to the crowd, and so like I take up less space, so to give these guys more room.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, as long as it doesn't mess with you, you know, while you're actually playing too much and you're adapted. I mean, it works, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And like, keep throwing shit around here, so bear with me. You guys have been together quite a few years. You got your album Apparition.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
Everybody loves the album. I wish it had better production, but when you first get started out, you don't have the funds, you don't have things in order to like have the best quality.
Right.
So yeah, it was pretty independent sounding, but I mean, for what it is, our fans have still listened to it on a regular basis. But yeah, like after we came out with that, we can't get away from those songs because everybody loves them. We've been writing new music and we perform that, but our originals just from that Apparition album just hit so hard. I think they'll always be on the set list for sure. Yeah.
And you guys got you guys got a hell of a range on the type of music that you write and you produce. You guys are all over the place. Like it's I want to say your mind kind of fuckered up. I mean, you got love, you got murder, you got sadness, you got grief, it's like a whole madness of everything mixed into one album. It's just like, dude, this is life, and it's all right here.
Yeah.
One song sounds alike.
Yeah, I noticed that. I love it. And that's good. That's how you establish your sound. Where the shit doesn't blend in.
You forgot one thing.
Oh, I probably forgot several.
Forgot the sex. Oh,
God.
Yeah. As long as the videos, can show what part of sex we're missing, we're gonna be on point.
Yeah, I a side note: when I'm not doing the band stuff, I'm a music teacher, so I don't want the little ones, stumbling across the sex videos.
I feel that. Yeah.
I'll just leave that on me and Anthony's OnlyFans only.
Always talking videos
and occasional special guest Austin on our OnlyFans.
Where would you be?
All right, so what is that OnlyFans address? Let me know right now.
I'll chat it to you after the interview.
All right. Well, see, this is a benefit to doing what I do. It's the green room, the after show. So I mean, you guys have a wide range of music. I mean, do you do that deliberately, like so you can show everyone? It's not going to just be a sappy album. This one, it's not going to be this. It's like it's going to be a surprise every new song. You don't know what the hell you're going to get.
Well, that's the beauty of like all of us in this band, Mario, Austin, Anthony, myself, we all come from different backgrounds of music. And we're not just like one genre elitists, right, Austin?
I got
Why are you calling Austin out?
Yeah, so we all have different styles. And when we come together, when we climax at the same time, all of the
it's going to be a big mess. A big hot mess. It's a big hot mess. Yeah.
It's a big steamy load of a mess.
It's a big steamy poser.
But
you'd be like, "Aw, our children are playing together. That's cute."
But when we all do the cleanup together, we come out with something that has something that everybody likes.
And it feels pretty natural too.
Yeah, it's
you don't want to do anything that's contrived.
Yeah, and so we've got thrashiness that comes from him. We've got melodic old schoolness, which comes from him, from Metallica. Mario's also a shredder, and me, I like pop music the most. Fleetwood Mac, Phil Collins, Genesis, Madonna, all that old stuff. And I still like metal music too. But when you put it all together, we all compromise with each other and come out with music that people really like. So we've kind of stuck to that formula when we write together, and you can hear everything in any song that we play. You can hear, oh, this is Austin's section right here, or this is Anthony's, or this is Mario's, or this is Mark's section of the music right here. You can hear a clear balance of everybody's input all together, and I think that's what's been the most successful for us in our writing style.
Right. Well, you know what? And it works. You guys are killing it. You got a nice blend of everything, and that's what a lot of the music is today. Like everything we grew up with in the 90s where they started just mixing shit up. finally, it's like the norm now. I hate using that fucking word. I hate that word, but it's the norm. And you know what? And it makes sense. You're mixing everything, and it's just like nothing is just thrash anymore. Nothing is just metal. It's like, dude, it's a mix of everything, and it's just taking over, and it's badass. I absolutely love it. I love the range and everything, with the way music has turned out today, and that's why I'm more involved more than anything. It's awesome, and you got so many people with so many backgrounds with how we all grew up, whether it was family, just our choices in music, this and that, everything. We were growing up with all types of shit, and then here we are with the chaos that we've all created today.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So you guys, how many? Let's see. On your album Apparition, there was, what was it, 10, 12 songs?
There's 12 songs on there, yeah.
Yeah, 12, right? Okay. We'll get to your latest release, but what was your favorite song writing on that album?
Oh, I think mine.
Apparition?
Mm-hmm. The song Apparition is my favorite. I didn't write it, but it's like a great song. Yeah,
the riffs on there, the melodies, the solos, like everything on there was done really beautifully. And the lyrics on there was that I wrote about was like a father and a son, kind of being captured and held hostage, and then it's just the story of them escaping. And when the son makes it out alive at the end, but the father stays behind, and it's about the son carrying on his name and keeping his memory alive and things like that.
Now, is that just like a random story you wrote for I don't want to say story, lyrics that you wrote for the song, or is that inspired from something that you experienced or you witnessed?
So I'm a big fan of Batman.
Okay.
Where are the other trucks going?
Oh wow! I just had an image in my head. I'm not gonna even say.
Why did you say that name?
And so I
Can we trust him?
It's just stemmed from just from a little thing of Batman, an episode of the animated series where Bruce Wayne forgot who he was and he was stuck in an encampment. But then, I'm thinking of like Bruce Wayne and, him with his father and losing his father and then growing up to be this big badass vigilante. Just kind of stuck with me, and I wrote about that. But specifically call out Batman.
All right, so I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. I tend to go left a lot. Okay, while you were saying, when you said Batman, and my mind went back to, my mind went back to what you said earlier about that I forgot one thing, and that was sex, and I was just wondering if you just scream, "I'm Batman."
I scream a lot of things on stage.
I mean, I would be fucking dying if some guy said some shit. I'll be like, dude, get off me. I'm dying right now. I'm sorry. That's my mind. I go left a lot. I'm a sick bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to fucking ask. So
I talked about a lot of shit on stage when we were in Arizona and everything was really dry and hot on this last tour. I think I mentioned something about all the crotches not being moist because it was so hot out there.
El Paso.
Yeah, El Paso. What did I say in El Paso?
It's like the whole nobody fucks you if I fuck you thing. They're kind of shy, and then you sound like you're making California look like fucking.
Oh, that's right. I called out the Texans because we have this chant, "Nobody fucks you like I fuck you" is the chant.
Yeah, okay. I've seen that on your merch shirts. I was gonna bring that up. Okay.
That's the song "Nobody," and we did it at the Whiskey A Go-Go in California, and they fucking crushed that chant. Like they were screaming in my ear, and that hurt. And then we go to El Paso, Texas, and they're like,
they were as dry as their weather.
Yeah, they're like, "Nobody fucks you like I fuck you," and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! You're gonna let California beat your ass like that?" And I tried it again, and then that's when my ears started hurting. They were fucking on it.
California's a strong word to us Texans.
Yeah.
It's the Texans. So Texans kind of got like a fetish for like swamp ass and swamp, crotch and shit,
Mhm.
Swamp ass is the thing down there.
Yeah.
That
There's
bad thing, you know what? You don't even need gel at that point, right? You just glide right the fuck in anyway. So you'll bring everything else in with you, but you'll still get in. No, that's so gross.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna end up on one of my shows sooner or later.
All
So that's too funny. So yeah, let's talk about some of your shows. Like I've heard like you guys do some crazy shit while you're on stage.
Yeah, we build a good rapport with our audience.
This last year, I sat down on stage. That's how crazy I got.
Yeah, this guy got so damn crazy. We had to put a stool on the stage so he could sit down and play.
Mm-hmm. Should have been there.
I wonder what for.
Wow. Okay. No, that's a start.
Yeah.
I mean, were you being? Never mind. You guys got me all fucked up right now. I gotta try to stay a little professional here. So okay, no, seriously, like I heard some crazy shit. I mean, is it just something like you got to be there to find out kind of thing? Like strongly suggest. So it's child friendly?
No, definitely not.
It doesn't stop parents though sometimes.
It doesn't stop the parents from bringing them, but like every show is different. So like the stage banter, us interacting with the audience, Austin's bulge in his tight leather pants. It's different every night. So
one day he's tucked to the left, one day he's tucked to the right.
Sometimes he's tucked in the back. You never know. Yeah, he's like tucked in. What you think?
Tucked out.
Tucked out for sure, buddy. But yeah, like every show is different. Everything I say in between songs, stage banter, interacting with the audience, it's never the same. And so like, I don't know why that is. It's just, we play off of the audience and things like that. So not only that.
What do you do when the audience is bored? If you see the audience is like not flinching to some typical, behavior and you catch that shit, when you see that shit from up on stage and it doesn't look like it's really doing nothing, what do you do? How do you take it to the next level?
I think that mostly happens in Arizona consistently for some reason. I'm sorry to throw you out under the bus, Arizona, but you guys need to fucking get your shit together.
It's so fucking hot there. It's got you depressed. I get it.
all I know is we bust their ass on stage every single night. We give 200% of everything we got, and if they don't like it, that's on them.
Yeah, and like, I don't know if they're shy or what's going on there, but like, they like the music. They come and buy our shit, our merchandise. But during the show, they're just shy. And I don't get it every show. And like we went on tour in 2020 and we played Arizona.
Yeah,
and one of the other band, I'm gonna leave their name out, but the guitarist got so pissed off in one of the co-headliner bands. He was like, "You motherfuckers are a disgrace. We're out here busting our asses, and you're just standing there like you got your thumb in your ass. Move the fuck up." And I was like, they didn't sell any merch that night.
We threw our balloons out there, and the balloons just hit the floor.
The balloons just hit the floor. I was like, oh my God. But like people were clapping.
They were dodging the balloons.
They were dodging the balloons. They didn't want to touch that shit. But like
we don't know what the fuck's in it. I wouldn't, I'd be like, don't put that shit over my head. I don't know if something's in it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but they were clapping. They bought our merchandise. That was one of the best nights for merchandise sales for us.
We're not here to have a good time.
But they just stood there and just watched. They didn't know what the fuck to do with any of the bands that night.
Now, do you think? Okay, so you know what? I got a question about this. I'm glad you brought that up because, like I said, I had a show last night. As you know, and so I see it from both ends. I mean, I'm not a musician in any way, shape, or form. I suck. I mean,
neither are we.
Yeah. But excuse me, I do see it on both ends. Now, do you think it's an age thing? So it's like you can go to a metal show, and even though a lot of our all the musicians that we grew up with, that we idolized in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, or whatever, a lot of them are still around. Okay, but we're all older now. So it's like the energy is like almost gone. We're dead. you know, or is it just, you know, and then it's like you think it has anything to do with it, or you think, you know, it's just people just don't know how to act?
I'll just be like, I'll be going out at a death metal show, and usually I'm like the youngest one there, no matter what. But I'll be going like a death metal show, and there's people like invisibly, like you can tell they're in their 30s or 40s, and they still mosh and they still have a good time and they still get rowdy. So it's just
we've seen people in the audience who should not be in the audience. They got their life alert on their neck and they're in the pit. I'm like, my God, you're gonna be feeling that in the morning.
Yeah. I saw a pregnant chick in a pit once. I'm like,
Jesus.
Fuck you doing? And she's like, metal. I'm like, no, brain dead. There's a difference. You know, you want to bash your head stupid, more power to you, but don't bring your fucking unborn child with you. You know, there's got to be a limit. But you know, I was just thinking that, and I've been noticing a lot more of that. You know, the older it seems like the older we're, you know, everyone's getting and there are still some people in their 40s and 50s who will jump in a pit. You know, especially especially the hardcore. You know, you go into Slayer, you go, you know, anything like that. I mean, you're going to see a lot of older motherfuckers who half blind, half crippled, and they're going to still take your ass out. You know,
a few weeks ago, there was 2 50-year-old dudes. One was moshing, the other one didn't like it, and then they start fighting. It was great.
That happens too. I mean, you're not going to walk out of a pit holding hands with motherfuckers, you know. If you, it'd be like, okay, so something went wrong, but that's the wrong kind of pit. But I still want to know what happened. But you know, it's but I've been wondering about that. You know, it's like I know, you know, I remember 10 years ago, I used to get pissed at the people that stood around me at shows, and they would just stand there.
And you're getting pissed.
And I would get mad. I'm like, bounce, do something, show fucking emotion. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know?
They're the ones with their phones out the whole goddamn show anyway these days.
Right? Yeah. Well, we're not burning our fingers anymore. There's a benefit to the phones. So, but you know, it's, you know, and I remember 10 years ago, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Get into it. Now I'm still kind of doing it, but now I get worried because I got like arthritis. If I get too much, I know my ass is going down, and I'll be bouncing on one leg still fucking smacking the 20-year-old in frund of me for not letting me use them as a crutch because they don't want you to touch them. It's like, dude, in our generation, nobody gave a shit. If you need help, you know, being held up, hold on to me. But if I go down, you're coming with me. You know, yeah, you know, now it's I'm always live now, so because now it's one of my shows. You know, even if it's not one of my shows, and I'm just at a show, an actual concert. You know, I'm always with the camera taking pictures. Just the media in me, the media PR. You know, going live, doing this and that. I'm always like, don't fuck with me. I'm live, man. Don't fuck with my camera view. You know, but then there's always those one assholes, or you know, the couple people they'll be like, hey, Fran, and they'll just hit me while I'm live, and I'll be like, you know, at one point I'm gonna stop. And as soon as I pull my phone down, everyone there's always guys that fuck with me too, because I'm a big broad. You know, I'm not short, I'm not small, and I can body slam half my friends. And as soon as I take that phone down, they'll just look at me and they see it in my face. They're like, she's coming. I'm like, motherfucker. You know? And then 10 minutes later, and I'm like, fuck them. As they're like, you're crazy. And I'm limping out of there. I'm good though. But, you know, and I just noticed, it's like, I don't know. I've always wanted, it's just like an older thing. I don't know. To me, from what I've seen, it's either people just don't give a shit anymore. They've been there, done that. They don't want you to step on their fucking shoes because you're in a fucking concert, God forbid, you know. But I don't know. But going back to your music. Now, you guys just released another single, actually re-released another single a couple of months ago.
Yes.
Creed.
So
what is V2? Verse 2?
2.
Okay, I was wondering that. I'm like, what is V2?
Yeah.
Now, okay, what was it's in the whole night. You guys actually gave it like, what'd you say? Hold on, I'm gonna find it somewhere. I don't know. You called it a steroid shot version of Creed that was never released.
Yes. So,
comparison.
Well, the first one, it didn't fly as good as we had wanted. The video ideas came from somebody else, and it plateaued. Like, nobody really liked the video. We could have done a little bit better on the audio as well. So we went in, retracked it, added some more vocal to it, and it sounds so much beefier and heavier. We our buddy David McGilvery from Method. What is it? Method. What's his company?
Method.
I suck with names too. I get it.
Meth.
David McGilvery.
Yeah,
That's
David
it.
McGilvery. That's
Living
the guy.
Dark Days is his band. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So David,
That's all I know.
he's a great guy, and his Method Music company. He does.
That sounds right.
Yeah, recording, mixing, and mastering. So if you ever need good music, hit that guy up. He's tagged in all of our videos and everything, so you can find him really easy. But yeah, he does.
People ask me shit all the time. They're like, "Hey, do you know anyone that does really good video editing? Someone who's into this?" I get asked that shit all the time, and it's like, dude, that's not my style. But if I hear it, I'm not a musician, so I don't work at that level, And I'm like, but if I see anything, I'll start dropping names for you.
Yeah, and he does good prices. He doesn't rip you off, and he does really good work. So hit him up. He's always good for it.
And what was his name again?
David McGilvery.
Yeah.
McGilvery?
Good.
Yeah,
Easy on the
MC.
eyes, smooth lips.
All right, so when are you guys coming to Chicago?
Was that the next question?
No, seriously, that's funny as fuck though. But yeah, so Creed. Creed is a badass video. I mean, it's definitely got crunch. It is a little, it is heavier from the first one. That and that was re-released in May.
Yeah,
and I actually have it, and I know I have two videos got to choose from, but I like to play one during the interview, so I went with Creed being the latest single. And with your permission, I'd love to play it.
let's do it.
Where the hell did it go? Hold on a minute. I just noticed it's not here. Give me a second.
What was the other video?
I deleted that one too.
It was Creed. Yeah, I fell asleep a few times, but I made through.
Right. Give me un momento, por favor.
I'm holding my breath.
She said, the leather pants put me to sleep.
Yeah, because the stitch
Bullet
was,
belt
because the
woke me
stitch was
up.
so strong it knocked her out.
Yeah, you guys can take over for a minute, right?
I can smell his musk and sweat
Through those
through the
leather
screen.
pants.
That shit is lethal.
Where the fuck did it go?
His pants make me sweat.
Hold on a second. You would think this would download and fucking up.
Hey, great questions, by the way. You're doing good.
We're having a blast.
I hope so.
We're having a climax.
Yeah, well,
Bastard.
just grab a towel. Don't make a mess. Well, messes are okay. I mean, here we go. I got it. All right, guys, it's Creed.
Fight the lies that you feign me. choose to obey no one. This life is mine to lead. Dare to stand before me. You'll know what it's like to bleed.
Look at all that goddamn chest hair.
I'm just saying, I was going there too. I swear you have more chest hair than you have head hair.
I see.
There you go. Now I can see your faces here.
Creed.
All right. So speaking of hair on your body, Mark, let's talk about the hair on your body.
Next question. Next question.
I guess your questions are wild, man.
Okay. Well, no, seriously, I want to know. Okay, so you have your head shaved now.
Yeah, I recently shot a music video where I did need my hair, and then as soon as that was over, I shaved it that same night after that video shoot, because I just need to restart it. It's been getting tinier and tinier, like my penis over the years. So I just need it fatter and thicker and girthier.
The way to heaven sometimes leads to hell.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, have you ever swallowed it?
Swallowed my hair?
Yes.
Those wild questions.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah. So when I have it in my face, sometimes.
Yeah, it's like I'm like watching that shit. And I was, and
Yeah,
it's, same, like Doyle too. I mean, you guys, it's got the same thing. It's just like, dude, are you inhaling that shit when you're singing and you're like, I don't know. It's long enough to where I would feel like when you go to take a deep breath, that shit'll go right into your throat.
Since it's all like gel together, it usually stays like in front of my face and not in my mouth. But when it's flaccid, it will go into my mouth.
I like when it goes in my mouth too.
So basically, you're not
flies in all our mouths sometimes.
Asshole.
Oh shit.
that's just because I just watching it, I'm like, dude, that's just like not moving.
Another.
Yeah. We're gonna have many innuendos throughout this interview. I'm okay with it. So, all right. So, I mean, Creed was an awesome song. And you guys released it again. Do you have another song you're gonna be releasing soon?
That's a great question.
Mark?
That is a great question. So the reason why I shaved my head. So we recorded a song with a badass guy. His name is Eddie Hermida of Suicide Silence.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was a featurette on this song that we perform it live right now, but we haven't released it yet, called Set You Free. We've been waiting for the right opportunity to release it with the music video. And the video looks fucking awesome. It's so awesome that I haven't even shown these guys yet because I don't like these guys too much. So I keep it all for myself. They can't handle the truth. And so the video looks kick-ass. Eddie, he's just a badass from beginning to end. Super awesome guy. And we recently got in touch with, or we actually met up with Shannon Guns from Octane, and we've been chatting about releasing exclusively through Octane. So we're still trying to work out some details with that. And once that's all set in stone, we can set a release date for it. We don't have one yet, but we are working on it. So that one we're really excited to release, and I think it's going to be pretty big. It's got a beautiful intro, courtesy of this guy. The riffs, I wrote a lot of the riffs in there. He wrote the leads.
I helped construct it. It's
Yeah.
his riffs, but I helped construct it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then we put some piano in there. We put some melodic vocals, screaming. So it's got everything.
Eddie's performance speaks for itself, of course.
Of course. Yeah, Eddie's performance was fucking great. It was killer. When he first sent his vocal tracks over, I was like, I just wanna,
Now my pussy wet.
yeah, now our vaginas are very moist, and now we don't know where to go from here. We're all flustered and like hot flashes, all
Time for
the
a cold
works.
shower.
I feel your pain, man.
Mario got pregnant listening to it.
Twice not here.
Yeah, he's currently giving birth.
He's in labor right now.
That's too funny. So you got an ETA, like a guesstimated ETA on that?
I don't. We gotta wait for
It's
Octane
all
to
about
kind
time.
of give us that time frame of when
Right.
that release can be made. So we gotta wait on that.
Yeah, well, things to come.
But there are good things to come.
That's awesome. Like you guys got a lot of shit going on though. I mean, just this year alone, you guys have been on like 3 or 4 tours.
Yep, we've been
Yeah,
traveling.
do you guys do you prefer life on the road?
We that's kind of hard to say. Like,
Not Arizona.
and not Las Vegas anymore after one of our crew got roofied.
Wait, well, okay, wait, stop right there. What happened in Vegas?
Oh Jesus! So.
Happens in Vegas.
And he took one for the merch girl.
Yeah. So I guess some dude was scheming after our merchandise girl, and when she politely declined his offer, somebody else's ears perked up and said, "It hit a dabs. Why not?" And so they fled and got,
Or it was the drink. It was one or the other.
well, it was the dabs first, and then that drink spiked with something came later. So we're there at the venue. And security walks up to me and they go, "Hey, man, do you know a guy wearing this clothing? He described it to me." I was like, "Yeah, I know that guy." He's like, "I'm going to need you to come with me." I was like, "Okay." So we go off into the bathroom. And I'm like, "Is this a setup?" And he goes, "Do you know this guy in this stall?" So I'm looking in the line in the stall to see who's in there. And I'm like, "Yeah, I know that guy." He's like, "Well, he's been in here for an hour with his pants around his ankles and foaming at the mouth." And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus."
Holy shit.
Yeah. So they're like, "We're going to need you to try to get him out of there." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like, "Hey."
Hold my coat.
Yeah, hold my coat. I was like, "Hey, you want to open the door and come on out?" He wasn't talking, but he was making verbal or nodding his head. He was nodding his head yes and no, and that's all he could do. He couldn't talk.
Wow.
So 10 minutes of trying to get him out of there. He eventually opened the door, and we safely got him out. The EMTs came in and put him on a stretcher and took him to the hospital. So we had already performed. I think the headliner was already going on, and we were I was talking with the EMTs, and they're like, "We're taking him to this hospital. You can show up, give your name, and we'll keep you updated on his status updates. And then once we clear him, you can pick him up and you're good to go." I was like, "Okay, cool." So we load up all our merchandise. We pack everything up. It's like 2 a.m. We're waiting at the hospital now. And then 5 a.m. rolls around and they go, my phone rings. I'm like, "Hello?" It's like, "Hey, you can come pick up your friend. He's good to go now." I was like, "Great." So I go in there. I was like, "What was wrong with him?" It's like, apparently somebody gave him a shot of whiskey laced with Xanax, and so that explained like the foaming at the mouth. And
All right, let me
so,
write this down. Hold on.
yeah, write this concoction down, please.
Ladies, just saying. No, mental no for the motherfuckers that creep on you.
Ladies and guys,
Don't take beers or alcohol. It's
And you know what? A lot of people be like, "Don't waste the Xanax, man."
perfectly good waste of drugs.
Mhm.
But
Shit.
needless to say, he was safe. He was totally fine.
That's good.
He vomited all over the side of the bus.
He was
felt-
only embarrassed.
yeah.
That was it.
He was only embarrassed, but he's totally good now. He's
That's
safe,
good. That's good.
healthy, and that's all we care
He's
about.
out there writing a book about it.
He's like,
but you know what? That's just like normal though. I mean, that's crazy shit. You know. I mean, but you know what? Props for him taking one for the merch girl.
that's right. That's right.
You know, he took one, probably a couple.
We even got him a shirt that says, "I went on tour with the Crown, and all I got was roofied."
Right? And then you got
Yeah, it's legit though.
You thought I gave him the shot.
It was Anthony who gave.
And that was in Vegas, you said, right?
Yes.
That's some shit. Well, you know what? I mean, I don't want to say, well, what do you expect? It's Vegas, but I mean, it's not just Vegas anymore. It's everywhere now. It's like it's a normal thing, you know. It's like I literally walk away from $15 drinks. If I walk away from a drink at the bar, don't think about it, and then all of a sudden, like 3 minutes later, I'm like, fuck my drink. I won't go back and grab it.
Yeah.
I don't trust any motherfucker. You know, I've always walked around with my hand over my drink, even if I'm not drinking it, my hand's covering it. Thumb over the top of a bottle of beer. It's just a habit. You know, I've had that habit for 20 years. And now, you know, part of me wants to know what I've missed.
Like, I missed out on so much partying. I should just
Right? Yeah, it just depends on the environment, I guess, you know.
Where's your sense of adventure?
So that's insane. So that's a hell of a story for a tour.
Yeah.
You got any more wild? Any more
One.
wild stories? What else have you gone through?
Yeah, that was the first night of tour.
That first night.
Yeah. I was like, what's happening right now?
It's only just begun.
what was second? Hollywood?
Hollywood, California.
Yeah,
The
it
whiskey.
was good, dude.
I was a fucking high.
Yeah.
All right, so what happened in Hollywood?
Oh, I hurt my foot real bad. I started a wall of death, and I walked into the crowd. There's a balcony.
Oh shit!
This guy gets hurt everywhere we go. He got hurt in Germany. You didn't?
I saw Rammstein. I saw not the band, the Air Force Base, because I went to the hospital.
This guy was in the hospital in Germany. He was in the hospital in
Arizona,
in California. This guy goes to the hospital every fucking tour. So we played a killer fucking show at the Whiskey. People loved us there. And after the Whiskey, it's tradition to go down the street to the Rainbow Bar and drink and party and hang out with all the rock stars who show up there. Well, the night before, I did all the driving and waiting to pick up, you know, somebody who got roofied in Vegas. So I was extremely exhausted because we had to drive from Vegas to California.
They get that, yeah.
So I was extremely exhausted. So as soon as we finished the show, I was like, guys, y'all go party. I'm going to sleep. I go to the bus. I pass out. And when I wake up in the morning, it's like around 9 or 10 in the morning. And it's time to start heading to the next to Glendale, Arizona. And I'm like getting in the driver's seat, you know, kind of just wiping the sleep out of my eyes. And I'm like,
well, what's that smell?
no, I'm like, we're missing somebody. I was like, you?
I was in there?
No. Emergency room.
Oh, I didn't?
For your foot?
No, you took me to the emergency room in Glendale.
I thought we.
But I never went to. After the Rainbow, I went straight to sleep in my bunk, or I went to sleep in the driver's seat. Then I went to my bunk. I was in there.
Okay. So we wake up in the morning and Anthony can't walk. And we're like, what's wrong? And his foot is like all fucking blistered up. So we didn't know what happened. We're like, did you walk somewhere?
Oh, did I walk on fire? Did
Yeah.
I perform?
Did you walk up a hill with some barefoot or something? But it was only one foot. It wasn't both. So we were confused. So then Mario was like, you couldn't make it into your bunk last night. He's like, no, you slept in the driver's seat and then you took off your shoes. Yeah. Well, in our tour bus, we leave the bus running so that the AC is constantly going all night. It's nice there. Well, his foot was right next to the engine bay, and it's a little warm there. You can keep your hand there. You'll be fine.
No, believe me. A few days after this incident happened, I had my shoes off again. I was sitting there just charging my phone. Like 7 seconds into my foot with my sock on, touching the floor, it starts heating up so goddamn hot. So this night in Hollywood, after we left the Rainbow, I went to sleep. I for some reason fell asleep in the driver's seat of the bus
because you couldn't get into your bunk.
I don't know.
You had way too much to drink.
Either way, I sat down in the driver's seat, kicked my shoes off. I fell asleep. My foot
was cooking.
It
was fucking cooking.
Yeah, you were boiling your shit, man. Like you were blistering and bubbling up.
So it bubbled up so much. So me saying that like 7 seconds was already too long
with his hand.
It was just my
you were hours.
I slept for hours.
I was probably asleep for an hour at least. And I created a gigantic blister on my heel. I had to go to the emergency room the next day after we did our show. That's why I sat in a stool. I was walking around like a fucking zombie, limping and shit.
Yeah. I was like, guys, is
that why they pulled up a chair on the stage for you to sit your ass down?
Yeah.
I was like, can we get our feet together, please? It was like that was night 2 of tour.
It was like it wasn't quite elephantitis, but it kind of was.
Yeah.
But you were cooking your shit.
It was in the emergency.
It was just like a slow, you were just slowly like skimming, like slowly cooking your leg. That's just it just blew up and got bigger. Like
he's a grower, not a shower.
How do you heal from that? I mean, how long? What's the recovery on that?
It hurts.
It still hurts.
It's pulsating as we speak.
Can we see?
Throbbing.
It is throbbing right now.
I'm just saying, I want to see your foot.
Zany, yes. It's fucking mean.
I usually am not a foot fetish person, but when it's all decrepit and crazy looking, I'm game. And that was only night 2, like you said. That was only day 2 of the tour.
Oh man, it was brutal.
Anyway, next question, please.
Wow. Okay, so. And that was just this latest tour though. This was the leg you just finished.
Yeah.
Shit.
The leg.
Leg.
The heel.
Shot.
Yep.
Austin.
Dude, no, seriously. I mean, that's some crazy shit, you know. But that was like what your third? That was your third tour this year or fourth?
It was
10. Number
10. That was like number 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say third. I mean, yeah, you guys like are always on tour. You're always on tour.
Yeah,
you know, like literally from what I was looking at everything, and I'm like, so when tour like you living your daily life is on the road. You going home is a vacation at this point. It's like the other way around.
Yeah, we like to keep busy. We like to interact with our fans we can the most. That it's always fun to see everybody, and we've built up a pretty decent fan base all over the U.S. So everywhere we go, we know somebody. So it's nice. It's nice to have that.
Yeah. Shit, dude. I'm just thinking about your foot, man.
Yeah,
crazy shit. Like you cooked your foot. It was like a slow simmer.
That's his other OnlyFans with his feet.
Yeah. You know what?
Only feet.
There's a crowd for everything. There's a fan base for everything.
Only burns.
Yeah.
Well, no, they also got Feet Finders. They got the Feet Finders website.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make all kinds of money on that shit.
Victims, fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's enough. So you guys are chillaxing at home now for a couple months. I mean, you got a couple shows coming up.
Yeah, we got Central Texas Metal Fest that's going on in San Marcos on July 19th and July 20th. I think there's like 40 bands on there, so it's a 2-day thing. So multiple stages. It should be fun. We played it last year, or we played the Frights and Sounds Festival in San Marcos. So that was pretty big. That was a lot of people there. We played during the day, and oh my God, it was so damn hot. But luckily, we're playing at night this time. And
better slot, yeah.
Better time slot, better main stage. So
we all look better in the dark anyway.
Yes,
the lights are off.
We all prefer the lights off. We don't look good naked.
Keep our shirts on.
Our shirts on and our socks on. We need the food. Yeah. And so
It's not gay if the socks are on.
Keep our crop tops. Austin keeps his crop top
Austin
on.
keeps his crop top on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every first time. Everything on the first time.
And then after that, we got the Chancla Academy Festival. That's in Poteet, Texas. That's going to be August 3rd. A lot of killer bands there. Who's headlining that? The Piñata.
Oh, sorry.
Who's it?
Piñata protest.
Yeah, Piñata Protest. We'll be there.
Funny thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. That's
Chris,
August 3rd.
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that one as well.
I talked to him about it.
I just saw him last
I was
night.
like, hey, I heard your fucking mom. Like, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I just saw Chris last night.
He's disappointed.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. That should be a fun show too.
Yeah, and then you guys got let's see if we can get an exclusive here. Can we get an exclusive on your September tour?
So that is still in the works right now. We're still getting details on that.
Okay.
Can't say anything yet,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's with me.
I promise. I'm not going to say shit to anyone. It's going to start between the four of us.
it's like we can't name the headliner yet, but it is
It's
Metallica.
Overseas, yeah.
Yeah, no,
So it's going to be overseas.
no, it's not. But we're also trying to do something in Europe in October. So we're still waiting to hear back from that. So we will, of course, make all the announcements on our socials,
Right.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the good places, and our website, thecrowned1.com. So yes, we will post that as soon as we get it, and so we can come see all of your beautiful faces, and so we can come.
All over the place.
Chicago.
That's the question.
Oh, this is too funny. All right. So I don't know every damn location of where you guys have been. When you come in here?
Chicago?
Again, yeah.
Are you gonna beg for it?
We don't know just yet. That might be in September. We got to get the routing for that. But hopefully, we'd love to come and see you and perform for you and hear our dirty stage banter and hopefully make the Illinois.
Virgin ears.
Oh, hopefully,
Virgin ears.
hopefully make all the huggies nice and dry.
Put the noise in Illinois.
There you go.
We'll keep all the heating vents away from people. You know, keep some ice packs on hand just in case.
Mhm. Shout out to our buddy Paul. He's in Illinois as well. Paul Wonke. He used to be the drummer at Trivium. Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Chicago's fucking home for a lot of killer fucking bands that are huge. You know, a lot of amazing artists come out of Chicago. So, you know, it's definitely a proud moment in Chicago that we can smile about. You know, everyone always hears the bad shit about Chicago. It's like, well, there's some good, you know, but it does exist. Luckily, it's music. Yeah, luckily it's in music. You know, we got amazing artists here, so I love being here. It's like literally you never know who you're gonna run into where. It's not a matter of the city. You know, it's like they're everywhere. It's a cool area. I hate it the cold, but you know.
Yeah.
Is it cold right now?
No, right now it's like a tit sweat kind of weather.
Good.
Yeah, not quite swamp ass like Arizona. But you know, if you're 300 pounds, you probably have swamp ass. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's
Respectfully.
definitely it's heating up here. Our summers are getting hotter. Her summers are getting hotter. I'm not against global warming. Yes, I said it. Okay, because I hate fucking winter. I'm okay with this shit tipping on his axis going a different way. Okay? I hate winter. I'm not a fan. But
I don't fucking think you can hear me.
Do what?
Oh, you can't hear me.
She can hear you.
That's the first time you responded to me.
She's like, anyway.
The first time I responded. He's there most of the time.
There's like a 2-second delay, big fella.
No.
It probably maybe, I don't know. It seems pretty legit. It seems like normal.
Oh my god.
So what else you guys got coming up?
Besides those 2 shows, we're also going to be working with our buddies in Kingdom Collapse. We're going to be doing a collaboration with those guys. They're here in San Antonio as well. They're based out of San Antonio, and they're making a big splash in the scene. They're already on Octane. Their numbers are going up and up and up.
They're doing major festivals and shit. Kingdom Collapse.
Yeah.
Shout out to
those guys. So yeah, they're doing big things. We're gonna do some stuff with them too, sexually and then musically as well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially sexually.
Yeah, Brian Moore from Rock Rage. Me and him, we talk all the time. We're good friends. We're affiliates and shit, and he's like, Fran, he's like, when are you gonna talk to Mayhem? And I'm like, when I get to it, I don't know. And he's like, he goes, there's a lot of people you haven't talked to yet. I'm like, I'm sorry, I do this one day a fucking week.
The band Mayhem or the festival?
Well, no, the band.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Everyone's always like, when are you gonna do this person? It's like, when I get there. It's like I like to help out. It's I started originally to help out the small bands because I knew so many people on the bigger end who could take them to the next step and yada yada. So I just wanted to help introduce these bands are these guys are killer. Check them out, take them to the next level. They've got what the fuck it takes. Train them, groom them, whatever the fuck you got to do. Get them out there. That it's just like the more I start doing it, obviously the more and more you get to meet. And so it's like it's one day, I can be interviewing a small band from Chicago or from Ohio somewhere, that they only have like 1,500 followers, but these guys are fucking destroying it. It's like, wait a minute, how are you not professional yet? I want to help them, but then I'll find everyone in between, because it's like, I don't want to just stay on the small end, it's like, I want to check out, I want to meet other bands. It's like bands I've known about and heard about and haven't seen yet. It's one way to do it, just start reaching out to everyone, so I love doing this and I have fun with it. But so it's like a mix of everything, and that's what I said. Like John, he's always been watching. He goes, man, I could do a lot with you. He goes, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of out there, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, and the stories that come with the scene, I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. Like not just being a part of the story and being the cause of a story sometimes, but just hearing them, and it's like it's not a lifestyle for everyone, but for the ones who aren't pussies, it's a lot of fucking fun. So you guys, I want to say thank you so much for spending Sunday today with me. Finally got to make this happen, and I'm glad.
One more awesome ass question. One more fun question. Do you have one more?
Do I what?
You have one more awesome question? Fun question?
Do I have one more awesome fun question?
Yeah, just something, anything. Come on.
Oh wow, you just made that shit's going left. I don't know. Oh, all right. Here, if somebody wanted to buy merch, where can they find your merch, your socials, everything? What else? Where can they find you?
So you can find everything at thecrowned1.com. The Crowned One. One is spelled out ONE.com. And you can find all our merchandise. You can find our videos. You can find Austin's OnlyFans. You can find our show.
Austin, you can tell us right now too. I mean, they can look it up later, but if you want to tell us here, we can.
Yeah, you can find his foot pictures there. You can find everything there. So
it was a better question than how the band started,
including your third leg, right?
Yeah. Fran, thank you so much for having us. We're gonna come see you in Illinois soon, I promise.
Definitely, man. I mean, obviously you know how to find me. So you guys, this was funny. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
And yeah, definitely, feel free to, send if I cross your mind when you guys are putting out new songs or anything, just tag me. I'll help, blast it out, throw it out on a couple of other pages, to get it out there. I'll put it on Rock Rage, World Metal Scene, Savage Ladies of Metal, Loud Spot, Concert Junkies in Jersey. I'll do it all over with all my affiliations. I'll knock it all over the place.
Hell yeah, sounds good.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys, stick around. I'm not done with you yet.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, you guys, man, love and respect. Check me out next Sunday.